Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So I want to do something different, and I don't know, we'll see, but I think I want to do something different. So right here is my Cadillac Escalade. I'm a big Cadillac fan. I've always loved the look of them. They look gorgeous, but I've seen a couple people do the conversions to a truck, not the XT, an actual truck, and I'm kind of in the midst of actually doing this swap. So taking the front end off, swapping it over, taking the doors, swapping it over, taking out the console seats and everything, swap it over. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna go on a search for a donut truck, see what we can find. All right guys, guess what I'm driving? Our new project truck. Yay! I'm just so excited to get onto this and make it happen, baby. Yes. So, what I'm driving right now is a 2009 GMC 1500 4x4 with a little bit of 5.3 loving that it gives. What is the plan? Well, you guys saw earlier that the plan was to take my beautiful 2007 Cadillac Escalade that is literally mint. And I don't know why I'm doing it, because I love the Cadillac more because it's an SUV. But I never used the back. I've just something about, I don't know why. I'm literally feeling a little stupid right now because the 2007 Cadillac, it was so hard to find one that was in good shape. But the problem is this one has put me through a little bit of hell. So the story on my Escalade is I bought this truck, or this Cadillac, and I was gonna turn it into absolutely like a show truck, lowrider, cool looking SUV. Well, sadly, I bought it off of a buddy of mine that is a tow truck driver. And when I first got this thing, it was disgusting, as you guys probably seen a couple videos. This thing was disgusting. I mean, it was from the reserve. The girl that had it did not take good care of it. Like, it was just, I should have never even got it, but the body was in good shape. And I was like, you know what, if the body's in good shape, you know, it might be a perfect bag of bones. Well, anyway, I put so much money into it now that I am to the point where I'm done. I'm done, because it's just everything I fix, something happens, and I have so much money tied into the Cadillac, and I'm to the point where, you know what, let's build something different, something that not everybody has. And that's when I said, you know what, let's do a truck Cadillac conversion, and that's where we're at. Let me show you this truck, guys. It's beautiful. All right guys, here it is. So the only damage that I can see right now is that fender. That's it. So this is the 2009 Chevy Silverado. We're gonna debadge this, take the moldings off. Look at the fender wells, like they're in good shape. There's a little bit of dents on this side, I've realized. Back bumper doesn't matter. We got a roll pan going on it. Like, I mean, this thing looks so good for a 2009. So this one being a fully loaded, I think it's going to be not too bad of a swap for the interior, because like I said, it is pretty much fully loaded already. The door panels are already like the Cadillac Escalade, so I don't have to do the door panels. I could do the doors, and the doors are usually a little different because they change this molding here. They have a nicer kind of a curve going to it. It has the plastic that goes between the two. I mean, it does look nicer, but we might just leave it the way it is. It does have the fold-in mirrors like the Cadillac. Now, it is super dirty and dusty. This dash is the higher end model, so this should be not as bad of a swap. And I'm to the point where I'm actually thinking about, because I know some of you guys are like, dude, do the gauge cluster swap. And I hate the gauge cluster swap, because the gauge cluster swap does not give you any information on oil pressure, and I don't like that. I like to know when my motor is about to fail. So we're going to take out this whole interior except for the seats. The seats have to be removed to get to the console. Door panels are going to stay, the seats are going to stay, and what we're going to do is even the pillars should be the same, but these ones, I don't know, we're probably going to do the roof black sway, the panels there, panel here, and the pillars, those will be all probably sway or painted, but we'll do the nice custom dash on it and everything. So I'm just super excited to do this, guys. Like, this is going to be sick. But the first thing first, on part 1, we are going to do the front end conversion, where the hood, the fenders, the lights, the grille, the bumper, upper, lower, and third all come off, and we'll be converting this front end to the Cadillac Escalade 2007 front end. All right, guys, so we're gonna start ripping the front end of the GMC off and get it ready to do the Caddy front end swap. Got a twitchy light out, lovely. Nice. Let's take a look at what we got going on under the hood. Maybe we can find out what we need to take off on the truck, because I have no clue. This is my first time doing this. You guys can see my hair is messy, freezing hair day today. Okay. Boy, oh boy. So we gotta take off. I think that might actually stay, this unit. That will stay. Okay, you know what? Let's just go get that truck ripped apart right now. So there's a little bit of finishing up on the bumper. I have to tighten up the bumper a little bit more, but here you are. Everything kind of, I gotta tweak everything, kind of get everything lined up. See how this one goes, eh? Alright, so I just finished lining up the body lines. So I had to take the bumper off. There's 3 bolts. There's 3 bolts in the fender behind the light that I had to loosen. And when you have the bumper and grille off, you basically want to line up the fender lines properly with the headlights. Once that's done, on both sides, you want to close the hood and check your hood gap between the two. Make sure they're nice and tight. Not tight, but even. So now the front's all tight. The bottom 2 bolts on each side, 1 bolt on each side, are nice and tight to the frame. There is no movement at all. We just tightened up the top of the grille. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the engine stuff back on, because I took the cold air intake off the other truck. I'm going to put it on this one. We're just going to go through everything, make sure everything's nice and tight. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around it and just kind of stretch like this. Can be up just a little bit, you know, it's not very far. So we're going to try bending and flexing that out. I got beautiful door gaps on both sides. That's what I was looking for. And sometimes when you don't have these beautiful gaps, there's things you have to change in the front, where you have to go up or down. But yeah, it's tricky, but it's totally worth it in the end. And had to modify this. It's not pretty, but we'll clean it up down the road. We had to clean this up for the antenna because the Cadillac doesn't have the antenna. So we'll clean that up, or get a grommet. We'll open it up a little bit, put a bigger grommet in it. Yeah, it's looking like a Cadillac truck. On that note, guys, I do have a lowering kit for this truck. So I have 2-inch spindles, drop spindles on the Cadillac. But the problem is we can't use the rear lowering kit, because the rear lowering kit is leaf to spring. The truck has leaves, the Cadillac has springs. So I did, you know, it's usually not too bad of a deal, because you just buy a axle flip kit, and that will bring you down to your 7. You can add shackles, all that crap. But what I'm gonna do is, because I want this thing to be low, I actually want a 5.7 drop this one. So what I did is I have on order 3-inch lowering springs. With the 2-inch spindles I have on the Caddy, it should drop it down to a full 5-inch on the front. And then the back, we're gonna do a full axle flip. And if I have to, add shackles, I will, and that will allow me to lift up the back, because I don't want no Cali lean. I ain't into the Cali lean stuff. I like a nice, clean, flat truck, and that's what this is going to be. So I'm going to get this buttoned up, get the airbox back on, get the cold air on, And we're gonna go through a little bit of everything on this just to help some of you, because there's nothing on YouTube on how to do the swap. And honestly, I would love to see it. It's not exactly a cheap swap. I literally took a $10,000 Cadillac and stripped it to put on my maybe $6,000 truck, but it's gonna be a one-off truck now. So I'm excited because, you know, in a way I have 4x4, it's two-wheel drive or 4x4, not like the Cadillac where it's all-wheel drive. It's not a gas guzzling, premium running 6.2, it's just a regular fuel 5.3. We are gonna do the AFM delete in this one because AFM is a constant problem. I might just leave the VVT. Down the road, worst comes to worst, I have a built 4.8 that's gonna be turboed. I might end up throwing that into this truck down the road. We'll see what happens. But yeah, it's looking so good. Like, I mean, I should have put the tow hooks in, but I'm not gonna be really worried about the tow hooks because, I mean, I should probably put the tow hooks in. I think I'm gonna put the tow hooks in. Yeah, let's put the tow hooks in because it's winter time. It's gonna be lowered. Rita, I don't want to take it apart again. I shouldn't have to take it apart again. I hope. It's gonna be stubborn, but it's gonna look good anyway. With the lowering kit, it's gonna drop that front end almost low. Like, this thing's gonna be looking like a lowrider. We're gonna take the running boards off. I'm gonna put nice custom side skirts on it, and I'm actually probably gonna put the running boards on my truck. I know some of you are like, why would you put running boards on your truck? Running boards are gay. But I'm like, you know what? I don't want to ruin my driver's seat because sliding in and out, I'd just rather have a running board that's gonna protect it. No, it is what it is. But let's get back to the Cadillac. Let's get this thing done and out of here. All right, guys, so we're just gonna go through this really quickly, okay? So you got 2 bolts up here and 1 under here to get the whole hood removal. You got 1, 2, and 1 at the bottom. That's 3. 2 inside the door and 1 right at the bottom. As you just open the door, you can get to those 2. Up front, you got the 3 behind the headlight. After removing your bumper, there's gonna be 2. Going upwards, there's gonna be 1 at the bottom, very bottom. Once you remove your headlight, that's 1, 2, and then you got 1 inside. Those 3, that headlight comes out. And then you got your whole front grille. That's gonna come off with the bumper once you did, you know, those 2 on this side, or sorry, yeah, 2 or 3 on this side and a whole bunch of inner fender and 1 at the very bottom. That bumper's gonna come off. So once you undid all 6 of these, like I said, remember there's 1 in there. So you just pop it off, real easy, just grab it and pulp it. There's gonna be 1 there, 1, 2, or 3 total on that side. The hood comes off. Like I said, the 3, 1 at the bottom, 2 in there. And then you got your 3 up front. Now, this is where things get a little technical. This box, I didn't remove mine. I just undid the 2 10 mils and just loosened the 2 13s. Or was it 13s? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 13s. Usually on this truck, it's 10, 13, and 15s. Matter of fact, there's a socket still on it. I'll tell you right now what it is. 13, exactly what I said. So, the 13s, you're gonna remove those 2. You're gonna just loosen that 1 up, and the 1 up there, that will allow you to move it. You should be able to put the fender on, no problem. On this other side, you gotta move this battery tray and all the lovely bolts with it and just move it out of the way. I took my tray right out. Then you got 1, 2, and 3 holding the fuse panel on, and then you got 2 hiding back there that are kind of not too bad to get up, but those 2 have to be removed to get the fender off. That's only going to be on that driver's side because the battery tray on this one is its support. Then you got your other 10 mil that's going to be removing your box, your coolant reservoir, this guy, and I believe it's this guy here. So this guy and this guy, I don't know why I put that 10 mil back on. I'm going to have to take that off. And yeah, so because this is a higher end model GMC, there shouldn't be very much wiring to do except for like the bottom lights for the fogs, because there is an extra signal light in it. There shouldn't really be much wiring. I'm gonna be testing that here shortly. So give me a bit here, guys. I'm just gonna finish getting this thing put back together, get the battery back in, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so this is where it's at, finishing product. Not painted yet, but this is how it is. I do have the aftermarket fog lights that we will be putting in, but I do have to rewire those because there's no signal lights in the truck, because Cadillac has their signal lights in the bumper. But this gives you an idea of what a 2009 GMC Sierra 1500 with the 6.5 box will look like with the Cadillac front end. I was really hoping that I had a 5.5 box, but I didn't pay attention to that when I bought the truck. I just saw how clean it was and I had to have it. So yeah, and then we'll probably start ripping off the rims, tires on that one, switching them over, get the lowering kit in this truck. But for now, I'm done. It is getting way too windy. It's time for me to head on home. Thanks guys for watching. Stay tuned when we got some more updates on the truck over there. Like I said, our plan is we're gonna do a lowering kit. So lowering kit in it, paint the front end. Then we're gonna get the rims, tires on it, get the front interior dash, all that swapped into it, and we're gonna put a roll pan on this one. It's gonna look good. I'm gonna make sure, because one thing about a lot of people that don't like the caddy swap on the GMCs is because it's kind of rounded on the front and boxy on the back. But when you add that roll pan, it will fix that. But it's almost, you got to remember, the new vehicles that are in now, like the new Cadillac Escalades and the new Tahoes and Yukons, they are rounded on the front and choppy and ugly on the back. And that's how they are in like 2020 versions and stuff like that. So 2020, I think it was 2014 and up, they started doing that really funny round front, choppy back. But yeah, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. I'm super excited. I'm a little hurt that we destroyed my beautiful Cadillac Escalade, but it was totally worth it. And I would say full control time on, I'm not fully completed because I do have to still wire up the signal lights and the fog lights that are in the bumper. I would say you're probably in total probably 7 to 8 hours to do the conversion. If you already bought the parts brand new, you'd probably be less, because you got to remember, we had to tear down not just one but 2 trucks and switch over from that. So I hope this video helps some of you guys. If you have any questions on what else had to be swapped, please do leave a comment. I'll be more than happy enough to help you guys out with the situation. On a scale to 1 to hard, because I'm an experienced mechanic, I would say a 1. It wasn't even hard, it was just time consuming. For somebody that doesn't have a clue on, you know, putting parts on are not hard, it's the finishing. So when you got to line up an inner and outer fender to the truck, there is tips. I can definitely help you guys with tips on how to align it so it's perfect. But the one thing I would definitely recommend is make sure your bumper is the last thing you put on, just because it's a lot easier to realign the hood and the lights and everything together when the front bumper is off, because most of your alignment stuff is in the front, going to your rad support. So that's just something to keep in mind, guys, is, you know, just don't put your bumper on as much as you're like, I'm so excited, I want to get the bumper on. But when you're putting those fenders on and the hood, close your hood, see where the alignment is, bring your fender in, see where your fender is, and then after that, put your lights in, see how the lights fit. The lights fit good, then you're pretty much good to go. Slap it all together, put all your screws in, your clips and everything, and yeah, you're laughing. So thanks guys for watching. I'll see you on the other side.